Good morning, everybody. So, you want to know what it's like to live in Northern Illinois? Well, yesterday it was 80, and today it's 45 and rainy. And actually, they were originally going to saying that we were going to have a snowstorm. I don't think that's going to happen. But if you don't like the weather up here, just wait 5 minutes. So, middle of business, we're talking about everybody's business, and the number one chokehold on any business is the psychology of the owner. Do you need skills and analytics and all that? Absolutely. You have to have some skills to run a business, more skills in some businesses than others. Some businesses, quite frankly, you don't need a ton of skills, but you need skills, you need analytics, you need all of that stuff. But really, if a business isn't working, it's because of the weakness of the leader. And that weakness can be skills, but most of the time it's their psychology. There's no bad businesses, there's only bad leaders. And that's really true with our life, is what's stopping us is our psychology. That's why coaching is so important. That's why these seminars are so important. Remember what that one lawyer said to me when I went to my first big deal law seminar? It was a guy with hair the color of mine, and he looked at me and he said, the difference between a good lawyer and a great lawyer is a great lawyer gets out of town, meaning that great lawyers come to seminars and listen to what other great lawyers are doing and learn and grow. We're either growing or we're dying. Sunday, when I do videos on Sunday, it's always been a big picture day for me. Let's look at the big picture. Well, the big picture is we get wrapped up in our day-to-day stuff, and we all do it, and it's hard not to. You know, Everybody says the same two things about their life. I don't have enough time and I don't have enough money. And if I had more time, then I could make more money. Well, how do the people who seem to have enough money to make themselves financially independent also create the amount of time? And that is, they take the time to work on things and look at the big picture. You can't see your own swing. That's why they use coaches. That's why they use mentoring. That's why that is so important, because you step back and you take a look at the big picture, and then you go in and start working on stuff and you get lost. And so you got to pull back out. I've always found it interesting that professional athletes, especially professional athletes, it's perfectly fine for a professional athlete to have like 9 different coaches. Let's take, we just got done with the Masters. Okay, let's take a professional golfer. They'll have a swing coach, they'll have a putting coach, they'll have a chipping coach, they'll have a sports psychologist, they'll have an agent, they'll have a manager. I mean, they've got, then they have assistants. I mean, they have this whole team that's taking care of them. Not counting the physical side. They'll have a body work guy. They'll have this. They'll have that. And it's perfectly fine for them to have that, but it's not okay for us to have that. If we go seek help in the form of any type of coaching or therapy or whatever it is, if you're my generation, then you're weak. Then you're a pansy. But the reality is the people that you look at and go, man, they've got the time to do what they want. They've got the cash flow to do what they want. They use seminars, coaching, mentors, coaches, because then they see the big picture. And when you see the big picture, you realize that at the end of the day, what we really want are just a couple of things. At the end of the day, what we're really going to care about when we're in that rocking chair, or when our last day comes, we're going to care about relationships. We're going to care about, did we spend time with loved ones? We're going to care about, did we say the words that we wanted to say? And the folks that figure that out, then playing the game of life where you got to manage your time and you got to manage your money, you got to do all that stuff. It is easier to master that when you've figured out what's truly important. When you're spending your time going from crisis to crisis to crisis, it's very hard to see what's important. And to get out of that pattern takes discipline. And remember, there's 2 types of pains: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The thing I think that is most helpful when you come to these seminars is you pause. You put your life on pause and you stop and you look at that big picture and you think. And you look around and you go, okay, here's what I need to do in order to get where I'm going. I got to stop and look so I can see what the target is, and then I can head to that target. Coaches and mentors are great at doing this for you because they ask the right questions. Where are you going with this? What's your outcome with this? How is this going to get you to where you want to go? What is it that you're really trying to accomplish? And when you figure that out, things get a lot better and things get a lot easier. The other thing that those people have learned how to do is they create results in advance. And the way that we create results in advance is we visualize. That's why incantations and visualizations are also so powerful and so much a part of this. Every event that we do, every day, we do visualization processes because that eliminates that chokehold. The chokehold in the leader of the business is their psychology, which is their limiting belief that they don't know how to do it or can't figure it out because they've never done it before. I talked yesterday about your sphere of influence. The way to expand your sphere of influence all the time is by visualization. When you vividly imagine yourself accomplishing something, your brain knows no difference between actually doing that and vividly imagining it. When you create those results in advance, you have now changed your psychology and you no longer have that chokehold. So two things, if you want to feel successful, if you want to create the outcomes that you're looking for in your life, visualization, daily practices of incantations and visualizations to me are a must. And coaching, mentorship, attending seminars, something along those lines where you get feedback, also to me an absolute must. I think you have to do all of those things or it's just incredibly hard to not get wrapped up in the weeds because you get working on stuff and you get lost and you forget where you're going. We all do it. It's almost impossible not to. So on the big picture day here on Sunday, my suggestion to you is you got to enter that stuff in your life. And when you do, then you're going to start to have the money and then you're going to start to have the time and then you're going to start to see here I'm creating the outcomes that I wanted because you're going to know what you want. You're going to have focus on it. Where focus goes, energy flows. If you know what you're looking for and you consistently repeat that into your mind, then like that reticular activating system in your brain is going to take you there like a guided missile, like a laser guided missile. And before you know it, those outcomes are going to happen. Time for me to go hop on my Zoom. Uncle Bill, great to see you. Mr. Drahobel, glad you're not up here. It's cold. Miss Kabatsky, always awesome. Stefan, thank you so much for hopping on today. Mary Kaufman, congratulations on your success. Terry, it's great to see you. And Christina, great to see everybody this morning. Truly honored when people hop on and watch. I hope that you get value. Drop something in the chat if you get a chance. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.